Good morning, everyone. Thank you for that warm welcome. It's genuinely a privilege to be here with you today. I know many of you are leaders, educators, students, lifelong learners, and no matter where you come from or what brought you here, we all share something in common: a desire to understand, a hunger for growth, a belief, maybe even a quiet hope that education isn't just about facts and figures, that it can and should be something more. Today, I want to explore with you what I believe is one of the most powerful ideas we have access to: the evolution of thought. Not just the accumulation of knowledge, but the transformation of our minds over time. So let's begin. Part 1, what is education really? When we hear the word education, many of us picture classrooms, textbooks, exams. Maybe we think back to our school days, some fondly, some less fondly. We think of systems, degrees, certifications. And while these things are important, vital even, they are not the whole story. Education, at its heart, is a dynamic process. It's living, it's breathing, it's changing. It's an ongoing evolution of thought that happens inside each of us. It's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about challenging that knowledge. It's about questioning what we know. And it's about opening ourselves up to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, there's a better way to think, a deeper truth to uncover, a new connection to make. Part 2, the dialogue between mind and world. Imagine for a moment that your mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a conversation partner, a participant in an ongoing dialogue with the world. Experience every conversation, every moment of curiosity. These are not things you passively absorb. They are invitations. They are opportunities to engage, to reflect, to ask, what does this mean? What else could be true? What am I missing? The greatest learners are not those who memorize the most. They are those who are most willing to stay curious. They are those who understand that knowledge is not an endpoint. It's a beginning, a starting place for a journey into deeper understanding. Part 3, breaking free from conventional wisdom. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. True education, true evolution of thought, requires us to challenge conventional wisdom, to step outside the safe boundaries of the way things have always been done. You see, conventional wisdom is safe because it's familiar. It tells us this is how it is. It offers certainty. It offers predictability. But it also limits us. It confines our thinking. It boxes us in. We only accept what's already been accepted. We forfeit the possibility of discovering something new. The pioneers, the innovators, the change makers of history, they all have something in common. They dared to question what everyone else took for granted. They asked, is there a better way? Why not? What if we tried? And in doing so, they helped move humanity forward. Part 4, the role of difficult questions. Here's a truth that's both beautiful and terrifying. Asking the difficult questions is often the first step to profound learning. Questions like, why do we believe this? What assumptions are we making? What if the opposite were true? Who gets left out by this idea? These aren't comfortable questions. They make us squirm. They make us doubt ourselves. Sometimes they even make us unpopular. But they also make us wise. Because every difficult question is a doorway to deeper understanding. Every question we dare to ask pulls us further along the path of our own evolution. And make no mistake, it is a Part 5, welcoming diverse perspectives. If you're anything like me, there are moments when hearing a completely different perspective feels unsettling. Someone challenges your worldview, they see things differently, maybe their lived experience contradicts what you always thought was true. And your first instinct might be to defend, to argue, to insist on being right. But here's what I've learned. The moment you feel that discomfort is the moment you are standing at the doorway of growth. Diverse perspectives are not threats. They are gifts. They are windows into ways of being, thinking, and seeing that we could never find on our own. By truly welcoming these perspectives, we allow our minds to stretch, to deepen, to evolve. And that evolution is where real education happens. Part 6, reshaping possibility. Every time we learn something new, truly learn it, internalize it, wrestle with it, we reshape our sense of what's possible. Think about the great revolutions in science, technology, human rights. None of them happened because people sat passively in a classroom, absorbing information. They happened because someone allowed themselves to dream beyond the limits of what they had been taught. Every moment of learning reshapes you. It doesn't just add to you, it changes you. You are not the same person after you learn something profound. You are more. You are different. And through that change, you gain the power to contribute to your community, to your society, in ways you might never have imagined. Part 7, Education as a Lifelong Journey. One of the greatest mistakes we make is thinking of education as a stage of life. First you go to school, then you graduate, then you work. End of story. No. Education is not a phase you pass through, it is the way you move through life itself. It's the mindset you carry into every room, every relationship, every decision. It's the willingness to stay open, to wonder, to ask, to grow, no matter how old you are or how much you think you know. Life itself is the classroom, and the curriculum, it's written in real time, every single day. Part 8, the responsibility of the evolving mind. Now some of you might be thinking, okay Simon, I get it, stay curious, keep learning. But why does this matter so much? Here's why. The world needs evolved thinkers. Desperately in a time of massive complexity, rapid change and deep division, we don't need more people who simply know the right answers. We need people who can ask the right questions, people who can sit with uncertainty, people who can bridge difference, people who can imagine new solutions to old problems. When you commit yourself to the evolution of your own thought, you don't just make your own life better, you make the world better. You become part of humanity's collective evolution. And that is an extraordinary gift. Closing reflections. Before I close, I want to leave you with a simple image. Imagine a candle. When you light a candle with another candle, the flame doesn't diminish, it grows. That's what education does. When we share our learning, when we evolve together, we don't lose anything. We gain. We illuminate more of the world. We make it brighter. So I invite you today, tomorrow, and every day after to be a flame. Stay curious, stay open, stay willing to be changed. And by doing so, you will not only chart a course toward a life rich in understanding and possibility, you will help light the way for others too.